Oh, hey, this is going to be called the fuck David Benatar and fuck antinatalists and fuck amend ham and fuck derive energy and fuck metamorph and fuck heroin church and fuck all the other people leaving their goddamn asymmetry things on my goddamn page. We're going to go over some things here. Number one. I have, here's something, right? Let's just start out with something. Okay, we're going to talk about logic, and Gary's like, oh man, these all drawing circles inside of other circles trying to talk about my quad. Right, now, here we go. Here's good, and here's bad, and this is a Venn diagram. It's all logical and shit for the dipshits out there, right? Now, the reason I made these two cross over is because kind of like this. You guys don't like the idea that I go against the first two premises, right? That bad and good might be a little bit arbitrary, right? Kind of like coffee, right? See that? See that? See that? See that? I get cream in my coffee. Cream is like good, and coffee is like bitter. It's bad. So what do we got here? What do we got? What do we got when bad and good cross? We got this combination right there. This unification right there, right? Oh. Kind of like this, kind of like my hand's a little rigged, right? So I stick this bound on it, which kind of makes it good, but the hand's wrecked. So is my experience good, or is it bad, or is it somewhere in between, right? Is it somewhere in between, or is it both good and both bad at the same time? Without being something else, right? It's both good and bad. Oh, there's a green pepper. I'm eating a green pepper. Oh, that's mighty hot. That's kind of bad. But boy, is that good. Now, I'm not feeling any pain now. So if that pain is bad, well, is it in my mouth that it's bad, or is it in my stomach, or when it comes out, or is it all the above? Is it sometimes bad? Or is it always bad? Or is it bad later? Or is it bad good? Is it bad good? I don't know. What are we to say about that? There's my bad good pepper. That's the problem. That's the problem with logic laying over natural language, right? Now, let's get down to the Benatarian bullshit, right? Because he starts himself with a few premises. Number one, pain is bad, right? Pain is bad. Now, how might we show that here on one of these, right? Here's bad, right? And we're going to put a B in it for bad. B is bad. B is bad. We're going to draw a line around it, right? Now, this is where, let's say, that good is out here, right? Good is out here where that's dominating, right? Now, you can draw this again another way. Over here, where we put good inside. Good, right? And just follow along, you little dipshits. Just keep following along, right? And bad, we'll put bad out here. This is where bad dominates, and this one's where good dominates, right? Now, so what we're gonna say is we're gonna darken this out, right? We're gonna darken bad out and say that it's absent. Right? That only good is present here. Right? Therefore, this thing is good. Another G. Both these are going to be good because in this one, over here, we're going to darken out the bad. Right? We're darkening out the bad. and we're only going to leave the good. Okay, so we got that one down. How many videos is it going to take? I'm not sure. Right? Okay, so we're just going to keep going here now. Now, bad. Oh, bad is right here. Right now, let's take it nice and easy for all the dipshits, all the Benatar that are out there right now. This one we're gonna put pain on the outside, big old P. We're gonna mark it with a P right there, right? Pain in B. We're gonna put a B here. B and P. B and P. Right? Are bad. The good is right here. The good is here, so we're gonna wipe out that good, right? We're gonna get rid of that good. Right now. Now just so the little fellas over here can figure it out. Over here we're gonna draw a circle and we're gonna get P and B on the inside. We're gonna put good on the outside, and then we're gonna darken it out and put good. Right? Oh yeah, we're gonna darken it out. Okay, so here we are, we're working with some of the premises. This is bad. These two are bad, right? We're just doing the logical inversion on each one. Now later on, as we get down the road here with Benatar, he's got a few other things to say. Oh shit. Oh yeah. He what does he say? What does he say? Let's find out what he says here. Don't wanna lose track right in the middle of all this. Number 3, the absence of pain is good, even if the good is not enjoyed by anyone. Right? Okay. So this is where, I mean, as if number 1 that pleasure, right, is good because as we know that we can have a lot of pleasure doing that, and yet it might wear down the brush, which would be a bad thing. Therefore, pleasure might be bad, right? Pleasure might be bad. Now, I may drink coffee, right? And ooh, right? Coffee. Boy, that just tastes bad. But now I'm feeling all speedy, right? And that's good. So we got a case here of good badliness and bad goodliness. So we've already kind of wiped away that, but let's just, for the hell of it, for the sake of it, grant that the next premise is logically defined, right? Just a little bit more. The absence of pain is good, even if that good is not enjoyed by anyone. Okay, so how do we do this? Absence, 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 absence. Absence of pain, absence of pain. How are we going to depict the absence of pain? Okay, so here we go. There's another Venn diagram. Okay, and then what we have is we got pain right here, right? We got pain. Mark it with the B. The absence of pain, right? The absence. We want to get rid of it. We want to get rid of that, right? Because this is good. We want to get rid of the pain. Pain, right? Get rid of that. So the opposite, right? Not P, therefore G. Not pain, not bad, right? Not P, and or not B. Not bad, not pain, good. 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 Even if it's not experienced by anyone. Okay, now, before we get to that, let's see what else. Let's see what we got. It's basically just saying that the absence of pain is a good thing, right? But even if it's not enjoyed by anyone, right? Which leads us to what we call a tautology, which is number 4, right? And number 4 is understood as a non-existent dinghy. Now what that means is that we have a not thing. Maybe I'll put up here, right? X, not this thing, right? Now this thing is, there's pain, and there's pleasure, and here's everything that's not, and therefore we got nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. That's tautological right there, right? It's tautological. And so what that means is that the next premise of Benatar goes something like this. The absence of pleasure is not bad unless there is someone for whom this absence is a deprivation, right? The absence of pleasure. Okay, here's now pleasure. We're going to intersect it with the pain, right? Now, if this is pleasure, right, because this whole thing is good, and so this is pleasure, and we're going to absence some of that pleasure right there, right in that little spot. We're absenting pleasure. That is said to not be good, right? That is not good, right? Because it takes out some of this goodliness. So out of some of this good and pleasure right here, right? Because this should be white, but right there it's nicking out of the pleasure, and that's what he means, right? That the absence of pleasure is not bad unless there's somebody, meaning that this has to be an X, for which that is the case. So over here, the absence of pleasure, that little nick right there, absences from nothing. There's nothing there. There's no absence there. We're not going to be able to take away from the nothing because there's nothing there to take away from. There is nothing there to take away from. Do you get it? Do you get that point? Right? There is nothing there. Nothing. This is nothing, right? To take away anything from. Right? So this comes down to this idea, right? That if nobody is deprived of an absent pleasure, because the person who would have experienced the pleasure is not existing, right? Now, this could also be said that the person who would have experienced the presence of pain never existed, right? You following along? You following along? So if we add pain right there to the non-existent person, right, it doesn't matter whether or not there's good out here or bad out here or pleasure over here. None of it can be experienced, and none of it can be taken away. Do you get that? As a matter of fact, this statement allows there to be a cross-section between good and bad, right? Here's everything that's bad, right? And here's pain. Pain is bigger. Pain goes on the outside. We can keep drawing these until the cows come home. We got not only the absence of pleasure, we got pain, pleasure, we got good pain, and we got bad pleasure. We got everything and anything and nothing right there. There is nothing that can be added to that, right? There's nothing that can be said about it that makes any sense. There's nothing that can be pulled from it that makes any sense, because there's nothing there. There's nothing there, okay? That's lesson number 1. Lesson number 2 is coming right up.